Good afternoon, all my beautiful shooters. Hey, breaking news, gun control sucks. So does the suppression of our rights on YouTube. Welcome into the chat. Let's get into it. Ask that you double tap that screen. Make sure the thumbs up's lit up. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out the content on the shorts. Leave a comment you subscribed, and I will sub back. Paul Witt, what's up? First again. Hell, I don't know where everybody's at, bro. I think everybody's sleeping in or something. I went to see if anybody else was live. Didn't see anybody live, so I jumped on. Got my town hall done today. I went and got the monthly supply of diapers and wipes and bought a couple boxes of ammo. Yeah, everybody's just chilling. Went and bought some ammunition. Got some 270 rounds. Uh, Bought some new Hornady double aught buck 1606 feet per second. Bought another box of Hornady 45, put that 1911 there. Come on into the chat, guys. Welcome in. Feel free to drop a comment. Double tap the screen. I don't know how good this live will be because it is Sunday. The new Smith and Walther. I saw a video. Come take it. I love it. I pet goat. I love it. Subscribe to the channel, bro. Double tap that screen. Light them screens up, guys. If you go look at my content, I pet goat, you'll see one of the videos of my old truck. It had the whole hood vinyl wrapped, and that's what it said. Come take them. I drove that truck for about 2.5 years everywhere. It had the Constitution in the backdrop. It had an AR-15 and a pistol, and it said, "Come take them," an American flag. That's what I say. Get them if you want them. The SW99. Bro, I'm glad you said that, Paul, because I thought somebody was joking. I saw a video, and I was like, there ain't no damn way. On the screen is the classic 45 ACP 1911. Completely redone, the whole insides, everything. And we have the Savage Axis 270. And then we have the little toy tank that almost sent me to prison. Yeah, yeah. Spin Firearms is who had the video. I saw it too. I love watching a lot of his stuff. Because he carries a bunch of Smith & Wesson stuff. Which I didn't carry the Smith today. I carried that 1911 today. my trip to town, I just grabbed a 1911, your favorite, the little 380 as a pocket gun, and then bought some ammo for that 270 and went and shot it a couple times. I'm not making a whole lot of noise today. I'm just chilling. Yeah, he makes some really good stuff. Ben's been doing it a long time. Vincent Gonzalez, you asked me that the other day, buddy. I'm really not sure on the 300 PRC. You got some round sound range? I fired. Let's see. I fired a half a box of these Hornady double aughts that I got, and I fired three shots with the 270 to make sure the scope was still on. That's the only rounds I got down today. I was tempted to fire off a mag full of the 1911 there, but I didn't. 14 people in the chat. Do me a favor, guys. I'm Daniel with Papa's Pew Pews. If you have not checked out my content, please go over and check it out. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our road to 1,000 subs. We're very close. Light up that thumbs up button. Double tap the screen wherever the little thumbs button is. Light it up. Drop some comments. Let's get into it. Breaking news: gun control sucks. That's my title today. It does not work. Gun control never works. Nothing that they do will be an answer to our problems. All it will do is create more victims. It'll create more problems. Most of your gun control was born during the Prohibition era, during a time where the mafia and criminals ran rampant. They still had their firearms. You still had the St. Valentine's Day massacres and things like that. It does not work. You look at anywhere that has had these massacres, what's the common thing? They're gun-free zones. There's nobody to stop them. And when there is somebody to stop them, you never hear that a good guy with a firearm stopped it. They don't like putting that information out there. Gun control does not work. Prove me wrong. Let's get into it. Yeah, I've not messed with the PRC. Paul, I've had nothing to do with one. And I try not to tell people anything if I personally don't know it, or if you guys can't answer the question in the chat, then I just bypass it. Well, that too, Paul, and Candy Cane, what's up? That too, and then the fact that a lot of them just aren't there. They're off doing other things. You are your first line of defense. That that Coley Noir said that the other day in his video. You are the first line of defense. You are your own protector. It's your responsibility because the police 9 times out of 10 are minutes away. And we all know even somebody who's halfway trained with the right thing can do a lot of damage in minutes. I don't care if it's a car, a baseball bat, a pew pew. If they're trained correctly, or even part the way trained, and they're intending on doing something, you're not going to stop them unless you're a good guy with one of these. Candy cane. No, you didn't tell me what happened with the rehab. 13 people in the chat. Double tap them screens, guys. Thank you for the like there. Light them screens up. Go subscribe to the channel. Check out the content. We got to get to 1K subs, guys. Let's get it. They stole 20 subs from me last night and then sent me an email that on the 23rd, my viewers encountered a error and I had more subs, but it's still showing me the same amount of subs, so I don't know. And knowing martial arts, I'm not knocking knowing martial arts, but your body's not moving at 13 and 1600 feet per second. I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, martial arts is good to know if somebody's right on top of you. But if they 10 yards or better from you, it's kind of hard to karate kick the hollow point. Yeah, dogs are great. I agree, Candy. A loyal dog's great. I have one. I have one that's a self-defense pit bull. However, his jaws ain't nothing once again against the hollow point. Sounds like everybody's into it in my living room today. I got what, about 15 more hours of freedom, and then I got the kids again all week. I think I'm gonna let her deal with this. They in there giving Mimi hell. We all rode to town, like I said, made our monthly haul. Got the main stuff we needed: the diapers, the wipes, the food, all the good shit. Oh yeah, this pit, I can, like right now having the guns on display, he don't mind them, but I can call him up here and grab one and act like I'm gonna rack it towards him or whatever, and he'll go ballistic. I can take a knife and flip a knife open. What's up, Ultrafire? I can flip a knife open and he'll go ballistic. At Pitt, he's trained for, watching after us, and he would gladly give his life for one of us in this house. However, if somebody really intended it, I'm still the first line of defense. I'm still the one who's going to put an end to anything that comes upon this house and wherever I'm at. I want one of them shirts, and Coleon puts it out about you're your first line of defense. I see he finally chimed in on the SIG incident. I was waiting to see if he would, and so did Hickok 45. He finally chimed in. Dumb fancy, anything you want to talk about. This your show. Take it away. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel first. We can talk about whatever you want. Light that thumbs up button up. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, I like some big butts. My wife got a big old ghetto booty. You loving the G26? I seen the video. Yeah, who's going through life together. This channel is for people who's being held hostage by their grandchildren and their kids. But we can talk about big old butts. I don't care. Y'all double tap them screens. Nah, we talk about whatever, dumb fancy. We really do. We talk about firearms. It is a pro Second Amendment channel. However, If you're going through something or you want to get something off your chest, hell, drop it in the comments. We kind of uplift one another and hang out, just chill for a little while, cut the shit. We try to have a good time sometimes. On the screen is the 1911 45 ACP and the Savage Axis 270 rifle, and then the little tank that almost sent me to prison for 2 years. New York has such strict gun laws that even ammo, just ammo, can send you to prison. Well, that is a little piece of art. It's old shell casings turned into a tank that I bought in a truck stop. Yeah, I bought that in a truck stop, and it's ammunition that is made into a tank. And when I showed up in New York with that velcroed to my dash, the officer told me he could give me basically 2 years in prison for having quote unquote live ammunition in my truck. Well, that's not live ammunition. There's no powder, there's no primer, but in the eyes of the law in New York, that is still considered live ammunition. Oh. I used to say I could set a Candy. I used to say I could set a coffee cup on my wife's ass. You tell her she was my walking, talking coffee table. But yeah, that's an interesting story about that tank. And what got me is on the back you see the whole shell. You don't just you, but still it doesn't have a primer in it. It's meant to look like missiles sticking up. But this was my carry for today: a 270 rifle, a 45 ACP, and a baby 380 in my pocket. No, I'm not in Ukraine, boss. I can't load it on live, Jay. I'd like to, but YouTube would take down the live if we done that. We can't load it on live. We could just show it. But now, if you want to look at it, I'll have a short up of it here in a little while of me actually firing it. And I'll go set it up on the bigger table later so you can see the whole rifle instead of just the receiver part or the bolt part. I wish they would let us load and do live fire videos. No P320 gameplay. I got a video up on the P320 and my thoughts on it. Go look at. No, I'm not going to do anything like that. I deer hunt and hog hunt. I put food on the table, Jaya. And I use that sharpening stone that's standing on there to sharpen the knives to skin it. Yes, deer. Yes, I do. Tricking, I do have some older guns. And every now and then I do throw them up. I've got old single barrel, double barrel shotguns. I just purchased a 1917 30-06. Um, I want to get an auto ordnance Tommy or Thompson machine gun, submachine gun, but I want the Chicago style. Oh, deer is great, man, and good for you. My, we're so good with the deer meat. We can cook a roast, and you'll think it's a regular roast. You won't know it's deer meat. It does not have the gamey taste. My sausage don't have the gamey taste. It's just the way you process the deer. I butcher it as soon as I take it. I come straight home. I bleed it, and there's no gamey taste to it whatsoever. There's no toughness to it. Guys, 35 people in the chat. Please double tap that screen. Make sure that thumbs up button's lit up. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out the content, man. There's all kind of guns in my content. Oh, deer meat is some of the best. That alligator. I love alligator meat. What's up, grilled cheese? Ah, we just sitting here talking today. Not making a whole lot of noise. I use this 270 a lot to shoot, and I use a lever action 308 Browning to deer hunt with, and sometimes I'll use the old 30-30. It's all according to where I'm going, what I'm doing. Hey, there's nothing wrong with bow hunting. Myself, I just don't bow hunt. Yeah, Gunner Man, it's a different one. Just swapping things up a little bit today, just throwing some different things up. I got a lot of things I've not thrown up on live, but it's just something I was playing with today. No, I do not, Coyote. I thought about getting into it, but I don't know. I'd probably mess up the damn powder ratio, blow myself up or something. Who knows? I'll just buy my ammo. Nope, I don't have it. I want to go out and play with this 30-06 I just bought. It's a 1917 30-06. The wood's in a little bit rough shape, but other than that, the insides seem to be all in perfect condition. Yeah, I just went and spent over $150 on different ammos this morning. I bought some 270 rounds. I bought some new Hornady double alt buck. Um, some some more 45 ACP, and just for the hell of it, I picked up another brick of 9 millimeter. I do not have a Draco. I will eventually get one, but I've got to get a regular AK first. I want the OG imported AK-47. I want the wood. I want the bayonet. I want the whole damn thing. I want a older AK-47. Yeah, see you pushing there. The 300 Win Mag. That's a hell of a round. It really is. I love rifles, but I don't get to hunt as much as I used to. But I still love going. 55 people in the chat, guys. 55 people. Y'all double tap that screen. Make sure that thumbs up button's lit up. Like the channel. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel. Go to my shorts. Check out my content. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're close. YouTube stole 20 subs from me last night and then sent me an email saying that on the 23rd a mistake happened, and basically my viewers couldn't subscribe, and my amount of people in my live was hindered. They actually sent me that this morning. So Oh yeah, I'll survive it. I'll survive it staying right here. Yeah, it is crazy. Grilled cheese. I sent the little thing to J Dog this morning. We were talking while he was on his live, and I sent him the little thing that was on my YouTube studio that they sent me. Yeah, the 22 250. It's a good round. 270. It's chambered in 270. I had the 308, and a buddy of mine liked it more than me, so we did a little swap a lot. Um, I'm really not sure what the tape's called. It's just something that I picked up at one of the surplus stores and put on there. It almost has the texture and the feel of a gauze wrap. Yeah, I love the 270 round. I killed my first deer as far as with a rifle with a 270, and I've always kept a 270. All right, Jar, you be easy. Like I said, I've thought about reloads, and if I still got to get out like I used to, it'd probably be affordable to me to do it. But no more than I get to shoot anymore, like I want to. Even though I can literally walk out my back door and shoot every day, but with kids and everything, time factor, I don't shoot enough to do reloads. Yeah, you're not much off with a 270 and a 30-06. And well, 308 and a 30-06 and a 270. They're all good rounds. Hell, I like the 243. 243 has minimal recoil, and it still has plenty of knockdown power. You just got to walk a little farther to get your deer. I tell people all the time, hell, I can kill a deer with a 22. It just means I got to walk a little farther. Oh yeah, I love a 243. Nah, I didn't want to paint it. Not that one. Yeah, Cody, we got another guy, Ammo Alchemist, and that's all he does on his live. He sits there and does reloads. It's fun and soothing, and it's just fun and to watch him, to watch what he does. Guys, 57 people in the chat. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, drop comments. Y'all can talk about whatever y'all want to. I'll let y'all run the show on that part. I'll just sit here and chime in from time to time. Ammo Alchemist. Paul, what's his full handle? Is it at the real or at the official Ammo Alchemist or something like that? Oh shit, hang on. I'll show you. Hold on a second. I don't want to get flagged. That's him right there. Well, well, well. He'll pop in here eventually. If I stay on long enough. Official Ammo Alchemist, that's it. Check him out because he does a lot of cool shit, man. Yeah, he sent He sent a lot of us the patches for free in the mail. Brookside, what's up? Did you get your slides? That's what I'm saying. If I bought the equipment, I know how I would go in. And I'm one of them ones, if I have it, I'm going to use it. And I'm going to put my whole self into it. And right now, with these kids being placed in my custody, some of that time is hindered. What's up, EDC? Oh, so how's everybody's Sunday going, man? I hadn't asked y'all yet. Y'all been drinking plenty of water, getting something to eat, taking care of yourselves today? I just got back from shopping with the wife, so and the grandkids. I made it home. Hey, thank you, and I'll sub back when this live's over. If you will, drop a comment on one. Just pick one of my shorts and just say hey or something simple, and that way I know to click on you and subscribe back. Oh shoot, man, just chilling every day, Carrie. Just chilling. Right after you went off last night, I called myself gonna do a live, and I died. I went to sleep. Thank you very much, brother. But I knew I had today. I had to cut the rest of the little front part, the little ditch in my front yard. I had to cut it, and then I knew I had to go to town and buy all the supplies for the month. So we went and knocked that out. Tomorrow we got open house for the school, and then after that I'll be free. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm knocked out, Edie. I spent all day in that heat cutting the grass, and I pushed it too hard. If you watched my little short I done yesterday from the grocery store parking lot, you could tell I'd gotten way overheated. Was seeing the little white spots in my eyes. Just it took me 3 or 4 hours just to recover. So by the time you did your live, when you ended your live, J Dog was live. I watched about 15 minutes of his and I was gone. And then I woke up again about 2 o'clock this morning and I went live. But it's oh, Paul, when you do that, do some content on that. I'm sure you'll have to break it up some because YouTube won't let you put the whole assembly thing together. But it'd be neat to watch that in a format. Cody Hunter, if you will, subscribe to my shorts and just drop a comment, whether it be hello or whatever. That way I can sub to your channel so I can go watch the videos when I get off live. And this is a good group of guys, Cody, Everyday Carry, Paul, all these guys you see commenting. Um, if you'll subscribe to their channel, man, they're all kind of content. I mean, you'll see just about any kind of gun you can think of on their channels. All of them's a great bunch of guys, man, and they're all friendly. We all sit here and chat. We show up in each other's lives. We show up in each other's short content, drop comments. We just help everybody. And we do. We talk about a little bit of everything here, man. We talk about people who are struggling. We talk about firearms, anything that has to do with the Second Amendment. So, yeah, check them out. EDC, did you do anything with that shockwave yet? Oh, it is, man. We chill. The whole circle, though, man. Everybody's lives this way. Um, you'll see some 50 cows. You'll see psh, any kind of AR platform and AK platform you could think of. a lot of Glocks. I mean, you see just about everything. People making ammo, people making slides. If you like aftermarket Glock slides, you got Stifler Manufacturing. He goes live, talks to everybody. Hell, he done sold half of his slides, I think. He's a cool dude. Damn, I gotta clean out my drawer before my wife sees all them empty cigarette packs. Kicks my ass. EDC, you still in here? Oh, you saw the video, Paul? Did you ever shoot the shockwave? I know you were excited about it. Did you get to shoot the shockwave? And if so, how's your wrist feeling today? I had one for about 2 weeks. I didn't say nothing on your live yesterday. I was just chuckling when you said you was going to go shoot it. I wanted to see your eyes the first time you squeezed that trigger. You didn't feel it? Shit. I made the mistake of using a 3-inch Magnum copper load when I shot mine. And no, it ain't like most people's videos where it flies up in the air, but it damn sure jarred me all the way to my elbow. But they're fun little pieces. Nothing like a good shorty shotty. Uh, yeah, 3.5-inch double aught buck don't feel good. Not even from a full stock shotgun. I got the Citadel running like a machine now, bro. I put the right size ammo in it. I found it don't like to cycle the 2 3/4 inch. It likes the 3 inch, and I bought these double aught Hornady rounds that are over 1,600 feet per second, and it loves them bitches. See, I've not messed with any 410s in a long time. I really need to pick up one. I don't care if it's even just a single shot. I need to pick up a little 410, especially as the kids are growing, to give them an option of things to shoot other than the 22s. I got their little pink 22s for them to shoot, but I'd like to get them a little bit more variety. Me, I don't mind the recoil of a normal shotgun round, a buckshot round. Some of these 1,600 feet per second shells can get a little rough according to what I shoot them out of. But I have no rotator cup left in either shoulder, so I gotta slow it down a little bit with the shotgun blasts. I knock my shoulder out of socket every time. See, I like the Rossi brand. I've got several Rossi 38s. I've had several Rossies over the year. A little Pump 22. I loved the little Pump Action 22 Rossi I had. What's your success on that grilled cheese on the 12 gauge? I mean, do you have any problems using reloaded 12 gauge? Or I mean, do you get more? I guess do you get better patterns with it? If I loaded my own 12 gauge, I'd be afraid I'd be putting all kind of crazy shit in mine. Yeah, I've never had Paul. I've never had a problem with a Rossi. Never. And it's in my niche. It's in my category. I do a lot of budget guns for because I just want people to get firearms and break some of these myths about firearms and get comfortable and train. So I'm a firm believer in get something that's affordable. You know, learn how to be secure with it, and then move up. That's how I started. I started with cheap firearms and moved up. And another thing I do with cheap firearms, I rebuild them into nice firearms that actually work. And if you're not going to be an avid shooter, if you're not going to put a couple thousand rounds down the range, it really don't matter in most cases because you're never going to shoot enough for the problem to present itself. Five people in the chat. Double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel. 25 grains of a long shot. Feel nice. Gotcha. Yeah, I just picked up shells today. I bought a couple of basics. Let me see what that's called. It might flag me if I go to reach for it because it can see it on the screen. Damn. Never mind. I'll put it on the next live. I bought a box of Federal. Yeah, 270 Federal blue box. And then the Hornady. Like I said, they're just double out. But for the Hornady, you can kind of see the boxes in the background there on the top shelf of that safe. That's all my shotgun rounds and rifle rounds. Cody, I'm not sure what grain it was. Let me see. 130. 130 grain. I mainly just got them to see if the scope was still set or if I needed to reset it. And she patterned out nice. Roughly, I didn't measure, but roughly I'd say about 125 yards. Which is about as far as I'm going to shoot nowadays. I'm not going to take a shot any farther than that now. It'd have to be a pretty record-setting freaking deer for me to shoot any farther out. Yeah, Federal. Which I like. I like the Federal brand. I've not had any problem with any of my Federal ammo. I shoot a lot of Federal out of my 9 millimeters. simply because during the ammo crisis, right, right as it was starting, I got a really good deal on the bricks of 9 millimeter. So at one point, I had like 7,000 rounds of federal 9 millimeter. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll look him up when I get off the live. I might start another one if nobody else is on. Wife's almost got the Mississippi pot roast done. That's what our dinner is today. I'm addicted to them damn things. Yeah, we all want to get out to the range more. I'd love to be out there every day. It's just relaxing to me. Plus, it's another group of people that you could just, have conversation with. And the 2A community is a great group. Just period. I wish more people realize that. Too often we get put in a category as old rednecks that just out to kill everything and destroy everything we see, and it's not that way. Oh, me too, Coyote. I could talk about hunting, stories about hunting all day long. And guns, shit, I've been into guns since I was old enough to walk. I grew up in the Okefenokee Swamp. So guns was a very big part of that, along with moonshine stills and alligators and cottonmouth moccasins. The HMR 300 Win Mat. I haven't I haven't had the privilege of doing a coyote hunt. Um, I think that would be fun. Most of that's nighttime, correct, or am I wrong? Just most of the videos I see on coyote hunts, everybody's doing them at night. Oh, daytime. Okay. I just know a lot of the videos I see on YouTube, they're using their night vision and they're hunting at night. That's like my brother-in-law goes every year for a big elk hunt and for a bison hunt. I want to join him and go on one of them. I've done duck hunting, I've done turkey hunting, I've done deer hunting. Once again, every now and then we'll look up and get a gator tag, so we get to go get gator. But that's the primary thing we hunt around here is deer and hog. A lot of the hog is nuisance hunting, just clearing out the hunting clubs and clearing out the pastures where the hogs are just tearing every damn thing up. But I'll take one a year and fill my freezer. And I always take at least one good sized deer a year for my freezer. Oh, I imagine. Well, that's kind of like dog hunting. Here in South Georgia, we do a lot of still hunting, but there's a group of people who dog hunt. And you do that with a 12 gauge shotgun. You're on a little small road. You got about enough time for them to hit, their feet to hit the ground one time to make your shot. If you don't make your shot, you're just assed out. But a lot of times you don't know what's going to jump out. It may be a hog. It may be a coyote. It may be a deer. I've seen a black panther hop out. I mean, so yeah, you never know. Gotcha. Damn autocorrect. Autocorrect gets me every damn time and changes the whole damn sentence. Yeah, here lately, Paul, I mainly just sit in the truck in a clear cut, and that's how I hunt. Now, that was a time I loved climbing trees and getting up and posting up. I'm just too damn old for that shit now. Yeah, private land's getting harder and harder to come by, bro. These game management lands and all that really took over. That's used to, like, I'm in Georgia. We used to be able to, travel damn near county to county nonstop just using back roads. But there's so many fences now and gates put up. But you got so many assholes that just illegally dump and everything else that, they had to put up gates. I mean, I get it, but I miss the good old days where I never had to hit a paved road. And see, that's another thing, another misconception of us liking to quote unquote kill and destroy everything. Once I get my quota for the year, and I put my deer in the freezer and my hog and my turkey and all that in the freezer, man, I go out in nature with my scope and I just watch them. I love to observe the animals in the wild, bro. I just like being out in the woods, ride the dirt roads, take the grandkids and, show them some of the old forgotten areas. I'm just gonna let the live ride out, guys. I know a lot of people get upset when they lose their views an hour in, but I'm having a good time. Whenever y'all get bored, let me know, and we'll either fire off another live or we'll just keep it going. It's been a great live. I've enjoyed the conversation. Yeah, bow hunting is something I never really got into much. Funny story. I took the damn skin off my arm with the bow. So after that, I kind of threw it down and adapted the concept. Why did I want to pick up something the Indians threw down 100 years ago? But most of my family mad ass crazy about bow hunting and black powder. We got an old man down the road. That's all he'll use is black powder. The guy I bought this land from, he's a big bow hunter, and he's got feeders set up. And I know in a week's time, he's took out 9 hogs. Which I gotta figure out how to get that video on YouTube. I'm helping him feed put the corn in the feeder on this video, and I climb down the ladder. I've got the 2 corn bags in my hand. My back's turned, and I'm walking back towards his camera, his trail camera. And in the background, you see 2 big ass hogs come out right behind me and go straight up to the feeder. We didn't notice it on the camera for about 2 or 3 days, but I'm like, damn, that's me. Damn, look at the hogs. They're just really invasive. They just tear every damn thing up. That's like I can't stand. I don't know if that you have these where you're at, but armadillos. if you're trying to deer hunt and you're sitting up in your stand or you're sitting wherever, it sounds like a herd of elephants. One armadillo sounds like a herd of elephants coming through the woods. All you hear is the cracking and snapping of twigs. They're just irritating. What's up, Orange Smoke? How you doing, my brother? Hadn't seen you in a few days. Damn armadillo. I know when you pop one, they jump straight up in the air. That was always funny. Oh, we just sitting around chit-chatting there, Orange Smoke. Put 600 miles in this weekend truck shopping. Well, did you get a truck? Nope. Damn. What you looking for, Orange Smoke? What you got in mind for a truck? I think I bought my last new vehicle. I think I want to go backwards. An F-250, yep. The last one I bought was this Chevy Silverado Z71. And I think I want to go backwards. I think I want to get me a 70s, about a 70s model box Chevy. Or an old Dodge. Once again, box. Or even an old Ford back in the about a 77 Ford, and that's what I think I want to have. Oh yeah, Cody, take it easy, bro, and I'll catch you on the other side. We appreciate it, bro. But yeah, I bought my last new one. I think there's just so much with the electronics and so much stupid shit that goes on with them. Oh yeah, the old T100, bro, the old Dodge T100, old round, bubble-eyed, or either the old Fords. Like I said, about a 77 rounded off hood. Oh yeah, the 80s model Chevys were just the shit. And like I said, they were easy to work on. But yeah, I had a Dodge T100 you couldn't kill, man. I run that thing hot probably 30, 40 times, and all you had to do was let it cool off, throw some water in it, maybe every now and then replace a freeze plug, but they wasn't shit to fixing them. I miss my Dodges. I tell you what I did with that old Dodge. It was raining. I was trying to catch up to my then girlfriend, um, and I hit a water puddle, and I slid into a guy who just bought a brand new GMC, and I took the whole bed off the back of that damn truck. And all I did was scratch the chrome on the front of that old Dodge. No, we didn't think they were old. Things were so much simpler back then, and we couldn't wait to get to the grown stages of our life. And Dodge puts out a good product. Is that rain again? Holy shit. It is. Well, the weather has began again. Let's see how long I get to keep lights today. Only bad part about living in the country. Slightest bit of rain and thunder, you lose lights for 30 minutes to an hour. I got a skylight in my bathroom, and whenever it rains, it sounds like it's racing into the house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I sit there and think about that all the time, how much of a rush I was in. I tell my kids all the time, slow down, man. Enjoy them little moments. I raced to become an adult, and I've done everything in my adult life to turn back the time. And the older I get, the more I don't like what I see. I don't like the fact that the youth don't have any interest in what we have to teach and pass on. My concerns of what future generations are going to look like, because there's a lot of dying arts out there that people just don't teach anymore. Simple shit like shoemaking and how to fix a set of shoes. Little things like that, and how none of that gets taught. Simple shit like how to make a knife, how to make a weld. How to wire up simple 110 electricity. The fact that electricity always returns back to ground. It's a circle. All this is stuff I had to learn coming up. Old folks wouldn't give me no other choice. Yeah, in grown life, bro, that's like my grandkids. I'm like, damn, what are they going to grow up to? Orange Smoke, take it easy, brother. Thank you for stopping in. That's me. I wonder what it's going to be, even 20 years from now. Oh, that's EDC. That's the Savage Axis 270, bro. It's just a basic one of my deer hunting rifles. I pulled it out today to sight it in, make sure everything was good. How to change a ball joint. Bro, I got so Candy, that's a funny story. My taxi cab company, I used a lot of the round body Lincolns, the early 2000 model Lincoln town cars, and Ford Crown Victorias, and they both have the same chassis, same frame. Um, I got so good at a damn ball joint because we were always having ball joints break that I kept extra ball joints, and I could change that ball joint on the side of the road in about 20 minutes. Oh yeah, it's a neat little rifle. I mean, it's good for what it is. I made a comment one day in Ammo's live stream, and somebody's like, "Oh, the bolt's not too bad. The problem to these Savages, when you pull that bolt up, it has a locking mechanism about halfway up that you have to apply just a little bit more pressure to finish opening the bolt. And all Savages are that way. So if you're trying to do a follow-up shot, if you're not mindful of that, you're going to miss your opportunity. I do most of my own work also. We call that around here just being poor, not being able to afford to pay somebody else to do it, or being cheap. I can't pay somebody else to do my own work, so I got to do it, whether it be brick work, gun work, truck work. Yeah, Candy, I'm telling you, I jacked the damn thing up. Most of the time it was broke, so I'd have to beat the old ball joint out. I'd lube the new ball joint up, get it started, put the tire back on, and I'd just slam the jack down real quick, and it popped that ball joint right in place. I got so good at them damn things. We should every day, Carrie. We should know the basics, and that's what I'm talking about the youth. You know, some of them barely know how to change a light bulb. Bro, I can do my own AC diagnostics, and I can do my own electrical wiring diagnostics, mechanical diagnostics. A lot of your mechanics nowadays, they're no longer mechanics, man. They read that computer, whatever that computer says, they start replacing parts. $2,000 later, they finally find a $20 part that would have fixed the whole car. Perfect example I'm gonna give you. My brand new Chevy was that it was the reduced engine light came on, lost power. It was flashing a code. The code said catalytic converters, bank 1 and 2 O2 sensors. It was like 8 or 9 parts on there. I took number 1 plug out and number 6 plug out, and they were completely burnt. I put 2 plugs in, plugged the wires back in, reset the computer, truck run perfect, have another problem. But a part swapper mechanic would have went all through that shit, replaced all that stuff before they said it was fixed. You've got to know how to do diagnostics. Know that one bad coil pack will give you the same codes as a catalytic converter. It'll give you the same codes as O2 sensors. Uh, it'll give you the same code even as a knock sensor. What's up, Stevie K? Good to see you again today, brother. Y'all double tap them screens if you haven't already subbed to the channel. On our way to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. I got robbed of 20 subs last night, but it'll be okay. But yeah, I could sit here and talk about mechanics all day. I was the youngest person in the state of Georgia to receive an ASC Master Tech license on engines, transmissions, and electrical wiring. Hey, who just said that about Audi? Hold on. Candy cane. That's a funny story, man. Jaguar were the same ways. We had a lawyer that had 3 of them, 3 XJ6s, and he would always leave them at my dad's shop. There was always one of them in the shop getting something done. A damn blower motor alone was $1,000 at the time, and that's back in the early '90s. So that's a lot of bread. And I used to mess with him all the time. Man, that's a beautiful car. I want one. And he finally came to me one day and told me, he said, Daniel, if you could sign a contract right now saying you can afford to pay for this out your own pocket, just the repairs, for 1 year without your dad's help, I'll give you the car. He said, if not, you'll pay me twice what it's worth. As young as I was and as dumb as I was, I still knew enough not to take that deal. But yeah, your Audis and your Volvos and stuff like that, a lot of them, their electrical wiring harnesses were made out of recycled garbage bags. So their wiring harnesses were shit. They always had problems. Everyday Carry said he only buy Toyotas. I think Everyday Carry might be one of them guys from India. They love them some Toyotas. China, China, China. It's not from China. Mm-mm. No, my business partners are all Indians, and I got them one day because they're like 60 of them. When they come for a little family visit or whatever, there's always like 60 or 70 of them that come in a group. And every one of them jokers are driving either Toyota minivans, Toyota Camrys. I'm like, you guys, what? Y'all own stock in Toyota? They love them some Toyota and they love some masala gravy, tomato gravy. Oh, garam masala eating fuckers. You know, you're not wrong. Everyday carry Toyotas do last. That little Nissan I had, I should have kept it. I loved my little Nissan. I put 300,000 miles on that in just over a year. Minivan Indian comment, man, it looks like a clown car. They'll pile 20 people in a damn Toyota minivan. Bro, I'm telling you, my grandbabies are Indian, so when their relatives come, they come like 60 head. And there'll be like 3 cars in the parking lot. Like, how the fuck did you get here? I invest my money in ammunition. Y'all think I'm kidding. It's an addiction. I got an ammo problem. I need rehab. And then every time I think I'm gonna have some extra, somebody will stop by with one of these damn antique rifles, and I'll have to have it. And I think they know. I think it's going around town that I'm just stuck on buying old shit. So I just have random people pop up their house. You're not lying, Candy Cane. They'll live a bunch of people in the house. My buddy Sonny, matter of fact, he's coming tonight. He's a Patel. He's doing it to get out of his mama's house because the family's in. He said, Daniel, there's 25 people in one damn house. He said, I got to go somewhere. I said, well, come down and chill out at the house tonight. So he's driving down from Savannah, Georgia, just to get away from his family. But you want to talk about people who love them some wild lettuce? Don't let them Indians fool you. They'll toke up with the best of them. More expensive. Hang on. Ooh, a 95 hard body? See, that goes back. The classics. You just can't beat the classics, man. We were driving down the road today, and my wife seen the Volkswagen bus. And she was like, I'd like to get one of them and remodel it. I know what she'd do. Crazy fucker would put flowers and peace signs all over it. But still, anyway, that's what she's wanting now. But like I told her, her next vehicle is going to be a freaking dump truck. She's done wrecked 6 of my vehicles. She's done. She got one car totaled by a DUI lawyer who was at an anti-DUI convention, who was drunk as hell, leaving a restaurant parking lot at 80 miles an hour and crashed into her. My brand new Cadillac CTS, she totaled it 2 weeks into me having it. Uh, Brand new Volkswagen Atlas, which is on my YouTube shorts. She decided to pull it out in front of a damn semi. Yeah, no shit, right? $900,000 a year. That's like that one crazy girl, the one that Dr. Phil made a star. Catch Me Outside. What's her damn name? Bad Barbie or whatever her name is. They say that one year she made, what was it, $20 million just for being an illiterate dumbass. Yeah, yeah. I don't drink, bro. That's something I never was. I grew up with an alcoholic mother, so to the point, I can tell about how much you've had to drink just by hearing you speak. Um, because I had to know them things. I had to know when it was time to go take cover. So yeah, I never was much of a drinker. Now I did venture down other roads. Uh, I chased the white lines for a little while, but I had my share of wild days, the flashing lights and the techno music, the good old days. But I grew up out of all that. When my first child was born, I had to make a decision: grow up, man up, raise my kids, or live the street party life. That wasn't a hard decision to make. I raised my kids. But I've got my share of stories. And the only habit I have now are my cigarettes. That's like I showed y'all on live last night. Man, I've got all kind of pain medicines and shit like that. I could sit here and stay high all day long if I wanted to, legally. But I don't. It's nice to know I have them if I'm having a bad day. But for the most part, I don't touch them. I take my meds at a certain time every day, one time a day, when I know my wife's home and she's got the kids. And then when I have the kids, I take nothing, not until she comes home. Oh God, I can't count the amount of people who call me Cha Cha, which is Indian for uncle, or that call me Uncle. Period. Kids that I've had a part of their lives. I know it'd be over 100. When I had the taxi business, I'd take a certain amount every year and set aside just to take kids that had never been out, camping or had never been out of the state. And I'd load up 20 passenger buses and we'd just take them on trips. Yep, yep. Is it almost ready? Hey guys, I'm fixing to hop off, eat my dinner, and then I'm gonna jump back on. You guys stay strapped, keep one in the tube, and be blessed. And I will be back on in a little while. I enjoyed this. I don't know how much I enjoyed this today, and I'll holler back at y'all. Let me eat my food real quick. Love you.